Hey y'all, it's the Cincy Lady of East Texas. Have you ever taken the time to look back at your reports in your performance tab to see where your business has been versus where it is now? That is super important. And I know we've all heard the phrase, don't look back, you're not going that way. But I kind of disagree. I think it's important to look back to see where you were, to see how much growth and success you have obtained up to this point. So I challenge you in the next couple of days to look back in your workstation and see what your PRV was at the end of 2019, 2020, 2021. And that way you can see if there's an upward growth, then you're doing all the right things, right? If you've seen a downward spiral, then maybe it's time to reevaluate some things, figure out what you were doing when your numbers were up. Have you had a lot of recruits and so that's where your PRV has gone? Are you flipping parties? If so, you're doing all the right things, right? But you still need to continue to grow that customer base. Check and see how your recruiting numbers are going. Is your team growing or is it shrinking? And also with your GWV, is that number growing or shrinking? Because it's always important in this business to keep growing, to keep focused on adding to your team, adding to your customer base, and increasing those sales so that you can continue to grow and promote throughout this business. So I challenge you in the next couple of days as we're at the brand new start of a year. Again, it's important to look back and see where you were versus where you're going. And that way it will help you, especially if you have felt like you've been in a rut, maybe that seeing those numbers will help you to understand that your numbers are still growing. You just may be going through some changes with your customer base and all of that. And it's a great time for you to look back and reevaluate what were some things that you may have been doing last year or 2 years ago in your business that maybe you forgot about. And that way you can revamp and start doing those things again. It's completely up to you how far you go in this business. No one is here to monitor you. You are an independent consultant. But it's super important for you to always continue that growth mindset and that growth pattern in your numbers. And by looking back in your workstation and running those reports can help you to see that you are moving onward and upward. You'll have a good one.